Hi, welcome to the Millennial TV, and I am Gwendoline Chang, and here I have Ron Page with us. Ron, you're an entrepreneur, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your background.
A little bit about my background
Yeah.
is I am originally from El Paso, Texas, and I've maneuvered around the United States for quite some time. I've actually been in different arenas in the medical field, in the oil and gas field, in the golf industry, and construction industry, and now that's what I stayed with.
Okay, so what's the number one passion in your life right now?
To grow my business.
To grow your business.
Yes.
All right, and what do you think, what does it take to grow your business?
It takes a solid foundation of a lot of people in your corner that can support you in your growth.
Okay, and when did you start growing your business?
2014.
And what is it?
So my company name is Mainstream Painting and Construction. We started in 2014 in Austin, Texas. We've now grown into 6 cities and 3 states. We
Wow.
just actually opened up here in Houston, Texas as of yesterday.
Okay, so how did you come up with the idea that you want to get involved in this industry?
I used to work for a competitor of ours, and I learned everything from them. And so I was very intrigued with their business model, and I decided to take it upon myself to do this for myself and then start a new brand.
Okay, well, that's very interesting. And so what kind of, who are your target clients, would you say?
I will target clients for our entire organization as a whole in all the states that we're in and all the cities that we're in is going to be commercial property management, industrial property management, retail property management, and HOA property management. That's our target clients.
Okay, so when you were growing up, did you actually think about this is the path you would take?
Not at all.
Not at all. What was your dream growing up?
My dream was actually to be a marine biologist, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So what did you study in college?
Psychological sciences and early childhood development.
Okay. And then you get into, what else did you do after graduating?
Well, actually, I played golf, and I played on the mini tours. And so I played golf my whole life, and that was a part of growing up. So once we were able to get into that arena in the golf industry, I made a lot of connections. And so I listened to a lot of successful people that were in different arenas in the medical field and oil and gas and all those. So I actually tried all of that.
Okay. So you decided on construction related.
Believe it or not, I actually I fell into that. That wasn't something that I was planning on ever doing. It just worked out that the competitor that I have now had offered me a position when I was in the medical field because they wanted my commercial portfolio. So they wanted me to help them grow their business in the Austin market.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how would you describe the path so far? Has it been difficult, or you feel like it's been pretty smooth so far since you have extensive background in the field and you have a passion? It
has its ups and downs. I mean, it depends on the market that we're talking about. Every market's different. So you have in Houston, this is very oil based out here, and everyone here is very tight knit, which is great. And that's what we're excited about because it's very, people are very open in this market. Other markets around Texas are a lot different because it's just different cultures, different mindsets. But where we started from has been, it was actually a smooth sail on the way up because of the fact that I knew a lot of people in that arena, in that market.
Wow. That's awesome. But there's something really unique about your business, isn't it?
Yes.
It's quite different. So tell us about what's so special about your business.
Well, our business is actually a one-stop shop. So we first started off as a paint contractor here in the state of Texas. And what we did was we went out to all of our clientele, all of our national customers, and all the national associations we belong to. And we asked all of our clientele, how can we make your lives easier? And the answer was, if you could become a one-stop shop for us and offer multitude of services, then we'll be able to utilize you guys more than just for one trade skill.
Right. And then in addition to that, this is actually a franchise business, isn't it?
It is.
So explain a little bit about that, because I've never heard of franchise business in the, construction business.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, what it is, it's like buying a McDonald's pretty much, except we will go ahead and support our franchisees a little bit different than our competitors do.
Okay.
We don't put them through an extensive training program out of state in a different city for a few weeks at a time. What we do is that we actually go into their markets, we build up their foundations, and then we sell that market. So that's the difference between us and our competitors out there that are doing the same thing as far as franchising is concerned.
Yes.
So we build it up for our franchisee, and then we sell it to them with an entire sales force, with a production management team, with an IT department, all of the above.
Wow. Okay. And each franchisee has its own market, correct?
Correct.
How do you divide that market?
So one of the things I learned about our competition is that they'll have multiple franchises in one market. And that kind of upsets some of the franchisees because they're stepping on each other's toes. And one thing that I had vowed to all of my franchisees is that I will sell the market by market, not by zip code, not by let's split it off into two sections or a quadrant in a metropolitan city. So I don't do that at all. So that way no one's really competing with their own brothers and sisters.
Right.
So that's another thing that's different about our franchising.
That sounds really good. And so what would you say is your number one goal in life?
To make as much money as possible so I can pass it on down to my children, my grandchildren, and just continue on to have the name itself become worldwide.
Okay. So you want to create a legacy
Correct.
For your brand?
Yes.
Okay. Well, interesting. And what about what are your smaller goals for your business right now?
Well, it's just to start getting more franchises on a regional level. So currently we're in every major metropolitan city in the state of Texas, but we now want to branch out into surrounding states. So that is the smaller goal right now. And that's to take those baby steps into the state of Louisiana, Oklahoma, and then further out west into Arizona, California, so on and so forth. Okay.
So help me understand, how do you market your brand, your business in different areas where you're not there at all, and how do you bring that into the market so people are aware, and then how do you make connections?
Well, I first start off with people I know in those markets, and I tell them a little bit about what we're doing. They see a lot of what we're doing through social media, quite frankly. And so I'll get phone calls from either former colleagues or personal friends, even family members in different cities and states, and ask me, I see what you guys are doing in Texas. It looks pretty interesting. Can you fly out here and give me some more information about it? We'll go do that. And then we'll give them probably about 2 or 3 days of information, and then we'll fly back. We'll let them know that we're in a national network. And so those national networks come with national accounts. So every city out there is going to have customers of ours, whether we're there or not. Okay. And so that's why we're able to pop up so fast in franchises right now.
Oh, wow. So it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, a lot of travel.
Wow. So what was your first year like?
Oh, I was doing everything actually.
Yeah.
So admin work, marketing, project management, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
So other than actually I even did some of the work myself as well. So but for the most part, it was just really getting the relationships built, to keep them solid and then maintain them, and then finally getting a sales force involved. And that's really what this is all about, is you got to have a sales force and you got to have a production management team to back you up. Okay. So. Wow.
And would you say there's a shortcut for this? Looking back, do you think you could have done better, or really looking back, there's really no shortcut?
If I had millions in the bank, there probably would have been a shortcut.
Yes. Yes.
But I definitely know that with the budget that I had, we are doing everything we're supposed to be doing. So right now it's growing at the pace it should be. I don't want to overgrow so quickly to where we actually falter.
Okay.
Because a lot of businesses do that.
Okay. So what would you tell other people who are thinking about, starting their own business? What would you say to them?
I would say be patient, because finding the proper help in your organizations, it's not easy. Managing people is probably the most difficult thing to do as a business owner.
Right.
Once you create that trade skill and you can master it and then move forward with it, that's one thing. But to have people buy into your vision is another thing. So if they're out there trying to start their own businesses and things like that, just don't give up on people that are not on the same page with you, because there eventually will be.
Okay. So on a scale 1 to 10, how happy are you?
Right now I'm at about a 9.
9. Yeah. Wow, that's fantastic. So, what about when you were, before you started your business, when you were working for someone else? How happy were you?
About a 4.
About a 4.
Yeah.
So you believe that you have a happier life now?
Absolutely. Yeah. When you work really hard for somebody else, you're reaping so many benefits in your life. But when you work really hard for yourself, it's very rewarding, because you're getting 100% of what you put into it.
I love hearing that. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Appreciate it.
Well, everybody, Ron, please, thank you so much for watching the Millennial TV, and please follow us on social media and follow me, GWendoline Chang, to get more information. And if you want to be a guest on our show, please contact me. Thank you so much.